What's going on, guys? I wanted to take a minute and make a short video for you guys about the NED rig. Alright, I finally found us a spot out of the sun, a little bit of shaded area. We are in some wind today, but I got us a nice little spot so we can talk about what I'm throwing. Today we got some really odd conditions because all the leaves are falling everywhere, all over the river. You can't throw anything without picking a leaf up, so of course I resorted back to my old trusty NED rig. And most people know about this thing, but in case you all don't, the NED rig is the bait you can throw to get the skunk out of the boat. When the conditions are hard, when nothing's biting, when you can't get anything going, just pop out the NED rig. Now I'm going to start by telling you guys some of the basics about it. You can throw a lot of different style of hooks on the NED rig. One of my favorite are the NED locks by Z-Man. This comes with the lock on the top where when you put your bait over it, it can't fall down. Some people, they'll put super glue around it, or you can Texas rig style it. They do offer these NED hooks in an EWG. They also offer them weedless. My hookup ratio seems to be a little bit better with just the bare hook. But what this hook does is it has a little mushroom head. I don't know if y'all can see that. And that mushroom head, when it falls to the bottom, it stands straight up. Let me get one of these and I'll show you. Alright, so this is going to be your basic TRD style. It's a Finesse Trd. They come in a ton of different colors. Anything you like, anything you can dream of, you can get in a NED. They also offer this. It's a Trd Crawl, and this is what I'm going to demonstrate on you because I think that it'll give you a better understanding of what this rig actually does. So to rig this, you're going to take the point of your NED hook, you're going to put it right in the center of your bait. Now you're going to do this the same no matter what it is. Like I said, they've got the TRD, they got the Finesse TRDs, they got these crawls, they got some other tickler styles, and they all get rigged up the same way. But you put the hook through the center, you run it down, and you want to make sure that you keep your hook straight the entire way down. And you're just going to pop it out. And you run that plastic up past the NED lock, and there you are. So what this does is when it falls in the water and it lands on the bottom, it stands straight up. So those claws are just going to be moving, are just going to be floating there in the water. There's a few different ways that you can fish a NED rig. One, drop it straight on the bottom, give it a bounce, bounce, pause, bounce, pause. A lot of times the fish will come and they'll eat it on those paws. So you give it a couple little jerks, you let it sit there, the fish will come down, and when you give it that next jerk, you got a fish on. Another way is just to simply throw it out and retrieve it in. I've caught numerous fish doing that as well. Just toss it, slow cadence, just reel it in off the bottom. A lot of people like to do that if they're in some really bad conditions with grass or things that they just can't not get hung up on. And the third way that I like to do it is just throw it down and just drag it. Just slowly drag that bait across the bottom. Something's going to pick that thing up. And I'll just attach that with a basic polymer knot. The polymer knot's tried and true for me. It works. The best knot you can tie this thing on is the best knot you know how to tie. Whatever knot you're most comfortable with, just give it a go. If you want my opinion, polymer knot. And if you don't know how to tie a polymer knot, I'll leave a link in the description. I have a video that teaches you all you need to know about it. Now what I'm throwing this on, the lighter tackle the better. You can really get a feel for it in this light tackle. I'm running this on a 6'6" medium fast action rod. Medium light. Those are going to be your two go-tos for that one. Somewhere between 6.5 to 7 is going to be my go-to. I'd go up to a 7.3, maybe down to a 6. You can really throw a Ned on just about anything. This specific rod that I'm throwing is a Shimano Symmetry. I've caught tons of fish on it already, and I haven't even had it that long. And I am throwing it on 8-pound fluorocarbon. I'm going 8-pound just because I know that I'm going to be around a bunch of rocks and trees today. But if you're in some really good favorable conditions, 4 to 6 pound will be just fine. And another reason that people elect to throw a Ned rig over anything else is because it's multi-species. You can catch anything on these things. You can catch largemouth, smallmouth, any kind of panfish, crappies, bluegill, sunfish, catfish, you name it, you can do it. My son hooked a gar on one. The other day we went out and my cousin caught a smallmouth and a drum on one. Chris caught a fish again, second fish. Ooh. Speaking of multi-species, look at you. Well, Chris caught him a drum. Multi-species, Ned rig. It does the trick. What are you throwing it on, Chris? What do you got?
I miss this bubble gum. It's underneath the Z-Man pack.
Got drum on the bubble gum. Bubble drum. Alright, guy. Alright, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. I just wanted to take a minute, talk to you guys for a minute. I hope this helped you out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. And until next time, y'all get out there and go fishing. We'll see you.